All right, this is 8cast, but it's a little bit different than maybe the 8cast that you are used to. I saw a couple of this exact deck list. Maybe it was like maybe one or two cards different. There was two of them in the top eight of the recent Legacy Challenge. So I, in the past, I've been a very big fan of the kind of Thoughtcast blue artifact decks. And this looks like a really cool chain, like a new addition to this deck in the form of Patchwork Automaton. You do have a lot of fast mana, so you have Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal, Mox Opal to power it out on turn one. And you have just a lot of zero mana artifacts, a lot of ways to draw more cards in the form of Thoughtcast and Thought Monitor to kind of keep refueling. And very frequently, this is just going to be a 2 mana 5/5 or a 2 mana 6/6 that's really difficult for your opponent to kill. Like, it costs 3 mana to plow it, even 2 mana to solitude it, so on and so forth. So, seems like a really cool addition to give you a threat with a little bit of insulated protection, and also works very well with stuff like Emry, because you can go Emry back Bauble, sack Bauble, recast, or you know what I mean, like sack Bauble, Emry cast Bauble, Patchwork, two counters there. You're a Chalice deck because, again, you have Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal, Mox Opal. Chalice is very good. And then a couple of Kappa Cannoneers kind of at the top of your curve. These have mostly replaced the other two Thought Monitors, so I've played four in the past, four Thought Monitors, that is. But Kappa Cannoneer, very similar to Patchwork Automaton, you can power it out relatively quickly between the tombs and all the zero mana artifacts, and this thing just gets out of control because it also triggers off of Seed of the Synod and Urza Saga tokens, whereas Patchwork does not. So keep that in mind. But yeah, Force of Will, four of those, good defensive tool. A small Saga package here. Most of the time you're getting mana with Saga between like Petal or Opal, but you do have a Spellbomb and Needle and a Shadowspear when those come up. And I think that's really all I wanted to talk about. Forces in the board. It's kind of weird that these Bowmasters are here with no black sources, but you do have Petal, Opal, so, and one Spire of Industry, so that's kind of the theory there. But yeah, it looks like a cool deck. I'm excited. I've always loved playing these decks. Yeah, Monitor's really bad versus Orc. Dude, I was using my air fryer last night. This hint's good. And I don't know what I was doing, but I went to grab something out of the microwave, or I know, I think what I did is it wasn't quite done, so I was like trying to flip stuff over in the air fryer, and I accidentally like nicked my finger on the top of the microwave. It fucking hurts so bad, dude. God, it hurts so bad. I think I play Saga on turn one. I could go Saga Petal, Chalice, Sack Petal, just so I can make a construct on two. Or I could go Tomb Chalice, make a construct on three. I think it's worth giving up Petal to go turn two Saga token. Let's try it. I think it's worth it. Because if I go Tomb Chalice and they waste... if I go Tomb Chalice and they waste Tomb, then I still have Petal, Chalice, Opal to make a Saga token. It's like not that bad. Yeah, okay, I guess we can just play it slow. I'm not sure about that though. It's kind of close. Like if they're playing an interactive deck, it's much better to play Tomb because like I'm gonna have time for Saga. But if they're playing a fast deck that I need to race, then it's better to play Saga here because then I could just make a construct on turn two. They pitch Daze. I'll just play the Opal this turn. Can't play the second Chalice, but I'll play the Opal. What's up, Spider Space? Trying to figure out what to play in the Legacy Showcase. I love these types of decks. I don't know if they're good, but I do love them. Play Reanimator. Reanimator is good. Legacy Showcase is on Sunday morning. Balloon 6, thank you for the 15-month. Risa Barino. Second Force. Alright, go. Touche. I did not crack the fetch. I mean, how do you beat this Saga? I think I just want to cycle my Bauble. Okay. I don't know how they ever beat 2 Sagas here, if they're playing a fair deck. Oh yeah, they pitch Borrower, that's a good point. This is probably just the blue-black scam deck. Surely they can't beat 2 Sagas, though. I don't really feel much has changed since the last one. I'll probably run back Scam. Yeah, the Scam deck is good. Maybe if I don't find, like, if I don't like this deck, maybe I'll just default to that. I was actually thinking about playing Rhinos too. Chat was telling me that Legacy Rhinos is pretty good these days. It does get to play Midskin Boo and 8 Spirit Guides, which it's a pretty good recipe. We are going to... They didn't play a land, right? Yeah, they didn't play a land. I don't think they played a land. They could have Dress Down, right? Even if they have Dress Down, I guess making it so good main phase is fine, because they're going to get the Dress Down me regardless. But yeah, they can't win. Alright, cool. Keep up Force. Did I have 5 mana that turn? I had Saga... Oh, I did, right? Because I had Saga, Spire, Double Petal, Opal. I did have 5 mana. Yeah. Well, they'd have to find a land, of course, Pizza, you know what I mean? Okay, I think we don't want Force of Will against the Scam deck. I think I do want Dismember to be able to kill Troll. Fluster seems okay. And then maybe like a Grafdigger's Cage. I think Faerie Macabre is better than Grafdigger's Cage, because they can't counter this. Well, they also can't counter this if it's coming off Saga. Definitely want all the Chalices. You think I want Bowmasters just for theirs? What would you cut then? Could we just cut all the Thought Monitors? I'm kind of into it. Just have less stuff that's bad against Bowmaster. Yeah. Thoughtcast is equally as embarrassing. I want to play at least one Faerie Macabre. Trim a Kappa. The thing about this is, like, I don't know if I want to cut threats. I think I want to keep all 7 of my like, heavy hitters. Spellbomb good? Spellbomb can bounce a troll after they reanimate it. That could be relevant. I think you want Cage. Yeah, I'm just not sure if I want Cage or Macabre. Yeah, trimming a Bauble against Bowmaster could make sense too. We could just do like this, maybe. Okay, we could try that. I think the first Faerie Macabre is pretty cool. It's just like a lot of upside in the first one. It's one of those cards that you really don't want to draw a second copy of, but the first one is so good, you know? This hand looks really good. I'm gonna keep it. They're not a Meltdown deck. Do we know they're not a Meltdown deck? We didn't, like... They only showed us an Underground Sea. They still could have a red source, right? What makes you... Like, what cues you into them not being a Meltdown deck? Like, what's the giveaway, you know? Misty Delta. Well, I mean, those both get Volcanic, right? Borrower. Right, but I'm saying that even if they're blue-black, they still could have a red splash. There's no shot they're forcing this, right? That would be insane. I think it's Bug Beans. We lead with Chalice first, right? And then we play Emry. Okay, they're not going to let Chalice resolve. Expected. Maybe. Turn 1 Chalice plus Emry is so fucked up. It's a weird matchup. Yeah, I feel like they're probably favored just because of how many Bowmasters they have compared to how many I have. And, like, we have a lot of Thoughtcast is just embarrassing into Bowmasters. I wouldn't necessarily... I actually disagree with that sentiment. I think this deck is fair. It's just, like, fair with Chalice. But I think Chalice is the only unfair thing going on, you know? Like, there's no Echo of Eons, Lion's Eye Diamond, Karn shenanigans going on. It's just creatures that draw cards and make big creatures, you know? It's a prison deck. The only prison element is for Chalice, though. There's no Trinispheres, there's no Thorn of Amethyst, there's nothing else besides Chalice. Well, I mean, outside of Chalice, the main reason we're playing Ancient Tomb is to accelerate into big threats, right? Like Kappa and Saga quicker. But, I don't know. Yeah, it's a Stompy deck. Which I guess, yeah, I don't know. Moon Stompy, in the past, Moon Stompy has definitely had more prison elements, like Blood Moon, Magus, Trinisphere, Chalice, etc., etc. This is just Chalice. But I see what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from. What's the best sleeping with Siren song? I don't know a ton. Wasteland. Oh, definitely King for a Day. King for a Day is gas. They're not wasting me. That's kind of a good sign. Drew best possible. Drew actual best possible. I had it the whole time, you know. Alright, you can go. No, I know that, but isn't there somebody on that track? Like Kellen's on that track, right? So it's not a Sleeping with Siren song, but it has Kellen on it. It's Kellen's beautiful, beautiful voice. Kellen's dope. Now what's their plan? Reanimate, get it countered. So they have Murktide in hand? Definitely have Murktide, right? Can I play Kappa? Uh, I can play Kappa, but it's dicey, right? Oh no, it's not. I can just go. Oh no, I'd have to play Chalice on 0. I really don't want to play Chalice on 0. We can't. Unless we want to play Chalice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'd have to play this on 0, which is disastrous. Because it would just shut off my baubles. I'm just going to Patchwork. I might even play a second Chalice here. Just to play around them having a Borrower. Yeah, I'll play second Chalice here. It also gets the Chalice into play for next turn. So we have more artifacts to be able to get up the Kappa Cannoneer. Yeah, Wasteland's fine. They obviously have Murktide, which is 6/6. So if we can find Spellbomb or Saga, we probably win. Oh, I guess Spellbomb doesn't count because the Chalice. We have to find Saga specifically. That's a... No, it's not a good draw because of the Chalice. So... we cannot actually play Kappa Cannoneer this turn. I guess we Bauble. Or we could Petal to try and set up Kappa Cannoneer next turn. Yeah, let's Petal, actually. I want to set up Kappa next turn. Is it worth playing Shadowspear just to get a counter on this? Probably, right? Like, what else am I doing with the Shadowspear? I can't attack with it this turn. But it helps win the race next turn. Playing Emry could be bad if they have, like, Dismember for the first one. Ideally, I just draw an artifact so I can cast Kappa without having to tap Patchwork. Okay, that's pretty good, too. So now we probably just win this race. Unless they have Force of Will for the second Patchwork. So now we can play a Bauble? Yeah, I think a Bauble. I guess we lose the race if they find a land for Borrower. Right, because they go to 12. We only have 11 next turn. Oh, that's bad, too. They also have chump blockers. Okay. Okay, we definitely can't lose this game. No, I'm probably not sacking Bauble. Yeah, because I can't afford to take one more point of damage. If they have another Bowmasters, we're in bad shape. That also kills us. Go to 7. What's my out? Well, Spellbomb's not an out because we have Chalice in play. I don't even think I have outs now. Another Otawara. I do have one more Otawara in the deck. I'm not going to crack the Bauble, though. I don't think. If only I could remove my Chalices somehow. Did not think I was going to lose this game. Murktide's a hell of a card, though. Okay. Play second Emry. We don't have outs. What am I looking for? There's no outs anyways. If I hit Spellbomb, it just gets Chaliced. I don't want to show them more cards. Bauble still gives a look at Otawara. Well, does it though? Because I'd have to crack the Bauble, which gives them a Bowmaster trigger, and they could play the Borrower. I'm not even sure it does. I mean, if they didn't have Murktide, it with the Chalice just soloed them. I didn't give a shit about the Bowmaster. The only card that mattered that game was Murktide. I want this second Macabre. I'm gonna trim a Thoughtcast. I just want second Macabre to, like, fight over their Murktide shit. Because if I keep them off Murktide, I don't see how I lose. It's, like, the only card that matters. We did win game 1, yeah. Yeah, it seems like a very even matchup. Chalice on 1 is very good. Shuts off all their cantrips. Yeah, for sure. Excuse me. Yeah, I would say that makes sense. I mean, we did have, like, the nuts that game, but we still lost. So, yeah, you're probably right about that. Could our opening hand have been any better? I guess we didn't have a Saga. Right? If we had a Saga, that game's a lot different. But we did have turn 1 Chalice plus Emry. And a backup Chalice. Maybe I should have Chaliced on 2 to stop the Murktide. Maybe it would have been a better idea. This Grafdigger's Cage is just, like, laughing me in the face. This hand's unkeepable. Not like this. How did Cascade do? 3 and 2. Average. We got lucky some of the time. We didn't get lucky some of the time. It's just an extremely high variance deck. Yeah, I brought Cage in for... Oh, Reanimate. That's why I brought in Cage. I don't know if it's right. But they do have 4 Reanimates. This hand just doesn't do anything. Let's go to 5. Okay. We can go Seat, Bauble, Emry. Turn 2 Saga Patchwork. So put back Seat, Shadowspear, right? Seat, Bauble, Emry, turn 2 Saga Patchwork. This hand's good. It's like, it is a 5, but it's a very good 5. Do I sack the Bauble? Yeah, I don't have any affinity cards in my hand, so I think sacking Bauble is fine. I don't know why I did it upkeep instead of whenever somewhere. I don't know what the best time is to Urza's Bauble them versus Mishra's. Well, Mishra's you definitely do upkeep, but I don't know if it matters. Like, should I wait till they have the extra card? Do it in draw phase? I don't know. There's some minor edges you can probably gain with that card. Are people cascading into the Beat in Legacy 2? I haven't seen it, but I'm sure that's probably not that bad of an idea. Right, yeah. No, I understand doing it on their turn, but I'm saying upkeep versus draw phase. Because this looks at a random card in their hand, so would you rather look at a random card when they have 7 or 8? Right. I guess doing it on their end phase, after they cast spells, yeah, that's fair. Their end step probably makes more sense. Because then there's a smaller number of cards. Like, doing it upkeep here didn't accomplish much because we just saw the Misty that they played. So we didn't get a lot of information. Yeah. Right, exactly, yeah. Because if you see the land and they just play that land, then you get no information about their hand, basically. So waiting until end step is probably better. It's Cabal Therapy non-existent in Legacy right now? I mean, I think the only decks that really play Therapy are, like, Dredge. Sure, Hogak, yeah. Oh, right, Breakfast plays it too, because they mill over Narcomoeba. Yeah. Forgot about Breakfast. It chose to shuffle. Okay. I'm gonna target Bauble. Play Saga. Play Patchwork. Play Bauble. Play Bauble. So with these Baubles, I should do them both now because of Bowmaster, right? We saw a Bowmaster and a Wasteland, okay. Well, that takes care of the Saga. It's a little unfortunate. But if they're Wastelanding me, they're not applying any sort of pressure this turn, and we just maybe can run them over with Patchwork. How easy is it for them to deal with Patchwork? Guess they have Snuff Out, right? Snuff Out, pay 2. We can play our Bowmaster, which is pretty relevant. Oh, the Fallout Wasteland. Dude, it looks so good. Hold on, chat. For those of you who have not seen this, you gotta check this out. Look at this thing. It's a Wasteland from the new Fallout set. The Fallout... Is Fallout a... Is it like a Universes Beyond thing, or is it a Secret Layer? I think it's Universes Beyond, right? Commander decks? Okay. Oh, the Warhammer stuff. Okay, gotcha. Wow, they didn't Wasteland me. That's insane. That's truly insane. I mean, I'm not going to Chalice them, right? I'm just going to make a token. Think they have Dress Down? Maybe. I mean, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to cast the bubbles, but not pop them. I think is my plan. Like, make them hold up their mana. I guess there's some consideration to cracking one Bauble. No, because then they get to kill Emry. Maybe. I could, like, main phase the Bauble, make them Bowmaster, and then still on their upkeep play my Bowmaster. It's kind of a disaster if they have Force, though, because then they just still get to kill the Emry. But maybe I'm okay with that. Wow, they're not even... Okay. Are they not just dead? Am I missing something? Aren't they... They're just dead, right? 6... 10, 11. Yeah, they're just dead. Because now they can't Dress Down. Grey Warden 786, thank you for the Prime sub. Greatly appreciate that. Snuff Out Constructs. No. Because then I just go, this is a 6-6, 7-7, 8-8. They have to pay 4 for Snuff Out. So if they have Snuff Out, they're still dead. Yeah, I just don't crack the baubles. And waste seat. Waste seat would be 10, 11, 12. It's still lethal. Or you're saying waste seat plus Snuff Out. Okay, well. They had nothing. It's Jover. This is the turn 1 Patchwork. That's good, right? Guys, do you think this hand's dog? Yeah, maybe it's better on the play, but not on the draw. What am I looking for on the draw? Turn 1 Chalice, maybe? Yeah, this is not really a good turn 1 Saga hand, though, because I have to pop the Petal to play the Patchwork, right? So if I kept this hand, I would go Seat, Petal, Patchwork, Pass, turn 2 Saga. It's like... Yeah, if I replace that, like, one of these 2 blue lands with a Force, I'd probably keep. I'm gonna ship it. I think you're right. Okay, this hand's like the nuts, right? This hand is ridiculous. Much rather be in the play, I guess. But take what I can get. Oh, this is just turn 1 double Patchwork, right? Tomb, Patchwork, Opal, Petal, tap these 2 to play Patchwork. God, this hand is obscene. Do I play Petal first to play around Daze and give up a counter on the Patchwork? Well, better yet, I could not play the second Patchwork and just go Patchwork Emry and all player on days. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So we go Petal first, then Patchwork, then Opal, counter, then Emry. And that is the best line around days. Days first, patch is fine. No, because then I have to pop Petal to play the Emry, and I don't want to do that. I think I like this better. I'm pretty sure this is the best way to sequence. I mean, maybe they just forced this. Okay, well, I guess it didn't matter anyways then, right? 1/17th, likely not days. Maybe. That could be a good point. Have a paper legacy event tomorrow, and this is making me want to jam cast. This deck is so sweet. Okay, Ink Moth. The Infectors. So play this. And then we go Patchwork. We can't play double Patchwork, can we? Oh, no, we can, right? Patchwork first, then Bauble, then target Patchwork. Yeah, okay. Counter there. I mean, we might just be dead next turn. Not that there's anything I can do about that. But we need to try and apply pressure. This matchup seems kind of tough. Because they're just so fast. They revealed... Excuse me? Embiggen. Green. Instant. Until end of turn, target non-Brushwag creature gets +1/+1 for each super type, card type, and subtype it has. Super type, which is artifact, creature... It's +5. Jesus Christ. Right, because it counts... What does it count? Super type, card type, and subtype. So it counts artifact, land, creature, Phyrexian, Blinkmoth. Those are the 5 types, right? Jesus Christ. Alright, we died. Embiggen. What a sweet card. Just 1 mana +5/+5. I didn't even know that was a card. Well, I've learned something today, chat. Yeah, Unfinity, folks. Unfinity, ladies and gentlemen. First time I've ever seen that card. Okay, I probably want these forces. Probably want Fluster. Hydro's Pour, Recall. I mean, Recall does hit Nexus, just saying. +4 for the other guys. Oh, because of the... Yeah, the way they changed it after New Phyrexia, because they're now Phyrexian creatures. So a lot of cards to bring in. What the fuck am I cutting, though? Probably want to shave on some of the more expensive stuff. Do we just cut Thoughtcast? Shave all Kappas? You think they're just too slow? Oh, you want to keep the monitors. What do you want to cut, though? Emry? Is there any chance Emry is too slow? Probably don't need Shadowspear. Shadowspear seems irrelevant. Yeah, I think Hurkyl's is a little bit too narrow, though. Could trim Emrys. I've got 2 more. Could shave a Bauble. Shave 1 Thoughtcast, perhaps. Maybe 1 Thought Monitor. This looks good. Is there any reason I would want Haywire Mite? Plan for this weekend, Rosie, is I'm going to play an RCQ tomorrow, probably with Shieldred Rhinos, and I'm going to stream I'm going to stream all day on Sunday. You don't like Bowmasters? I think it just plays into pump spells too badly. I mean, they are also a Brainstorm Ponder deck, Pike. You know? Like, even if you Bowmaster on an empty board, it's really hard for them to play creatures, or to play cantrips into the Bowmasters if their hand's not already rolled up. I think I like it on the play. Maybe it's worse in the draw, but on the play I think it's good. It's the Shelly Rhinos list. It's on the Mox field if you want to check it out. Nope, it's on the Mox field. You did not mishear. There was an idea that came about on Spike's chat today. We were talking about it. Because he was like, Shieldred's the best card against Beans. Rhino's bad against Beans. And I said, well, what if we just put Shieldred and Rhinos? And I said it jokingly. But when I built the deck, actually it seems kind of fine. I'm going to lead Otawara. Because I want them to wasteland this so bad. Yeah, it's the super secret deck on Mox Field. There's no chance I'm forcing that. I will fight over Chalice, though. With them not playing an infect creature, can I lead Patchwork? Probably, right? I guess Chalice cuts them off cantrips. Yeah. I'll play Chalice first. Yeah, you just want to lead Chalice. That resolved. It's a good sign. Blighted Agent. It is a 3-power creature, which is a 4-turn clock. Can I erase them? I almost want to counter this. I want to counter pitch Force of Negation. I think I like this. Okay, we're fighting over this. Not bad. Still can't quite Thoughtcast here. Or, no, I can, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can Thoughtcast. Just gonna play these out now. And I'm gonna Bauble now, because I could find Dismember. Inkmoth on top. Okay. I did not find Dismember. Yeah, they could also kill me quicker if they have Invigorate, which I think is a good reason to try and fight over it. What's the play of Manor in the sideboard of Shelly Rhinos for? Yeah, Chalice. I don't even know if it's necessary with Shieldred, though. So, I've been thinking about the sideboard. Sideboard maybe needs a little bit of work. I think we're going to not quite be quick enough to kill them here. So, I was thinking about it. No, so if you look at the list on Moxfield, I think I updated the sideboard to not have Blood Moon. I think I updated it with Charmaws. Let me take a look at the list that's on there. Pretty sure this one has Charmaws now. Yeah, I changed it, so this one has Charmaws. I think you're right about that, though. I think that Charmaw is still really good against Tron, and because you are playing, like, you don't want to cut yourself off casting Shieldred against Tron, because that card is decent against Tron. Ooh, Rhinos with Grief and Shieldred. There's probably some kind of... There's probably some sort of, like, black split cards that you can find that are good. Yeah, we are so dead. Okay. Yeah. Why didn't they double block? It's like the freest double block, right? Rise and Fall. Let's go. Love it. I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. Am I dead? I'm not dead. I mean, I'm basically dead. Don't think I have any outs. Man, unfortunate. It does kind of seem like a bad matchup for this deck. What does this hand do? Not really a lot. This is just like Bauble, Bauble, Petal. That's 1, 2, 3. It's got like a turn 2 Thought Monitor. But there's no pressure. There's no Emry, no Kappa, no Patchwork. I think this hand's a mole, right? It's weird, right? Because, like, I want to play the Baubles, but I also don't want to pop them because they count towards Affinity for Monitor. But I guess what I could do is just pop both, try to find more mana. I'm going to ship this. There's just no payoff. Is this better? Probably. Put back the extra Bauble. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what, like, the range of keeps are on this deck. If they have Force, I have to fight. My hand's just too bad. Would they pitch Murktide? Okay. Well, if you kill my Emry, I am dead. So please don't do that. DRC, that can't be good. Although if they're forcing the Emry, they probably don't have Bolt, right? At least that's what they're telling me, because if they had Bolt, they probably wouldn't fight over it. Those are two pretty good cards. I think I don't really want to go for Patchwork here. I honestly kind of just want to go Petal Pass. Like Saga, play Petal Pass. I could Bauble, though. Actually, no, it's better to Bauble, right? Because then I can look for an actual land. Yeah. I think that makes more sense. Yeah, Volcanic on top. I'm bobbling now to try and find Force of Will, and I don't want to play around Bowmasters too. Like, if I bobble on their end step, they can go land, hold up Bowmasters to kill Emry, so I'd much rather bobble on my turn. Still know they have Channeler. Yeah, plays around Bowmaster too, which is nice. Revealed Ponderosa. And the Ponder is also an Osa. Anybody remember that restaurant? I think they closed down a little while ago. Reduke never said to never brainstorm upkeep to flip Delver. I think if you're pressuring your opponent, then it makes sense. Yeah, I think they went out of business, right? I remember them because when I used to we used to travel to New York, like, every single year to visit family, and we would always go to Ponderosa. It was a good restaurant. They had, like, a buffet and shit. Okay, didn't find a land. So, God, what's the plan here? I don't think it's Patchwork. I can't quite Thought Monitor. I could Thoughtcast? I don't have a lot of time here. No, Emry is only cast. You can't play the land from the graveyard. Yeah, I wish you could. That'd be sick. I could play Petal and play a 2-mana Thoughtcast, sacrificing 1 Petal, tapping the Saga. I could play Petal Pass, activate Saga, but then I'm sacrificing 2 Petals to make a token, which, like, what's the point of that, you know? I think it might just be best for me to go for the Thoughtcast line. So let's go play Petal. Let's play Thoughtcast. Okay. That kind of helps. I'm going to play Ancient Tomb, I think. Because next turn what I want to do, I want to use Ancient Tomb to make a Saga token, get Shadowspear, play second Saga, and then I can equip with the Petal. I think that makes sense. I kind of want to leave this Bauble in play. Yeah, I'm going to leave the Bauble in play. I don't want to sack it against Bowmasters. 4 Footfalls, 4 Shieldred list. Yeah, it's on the box field if you want to check it out. It's listed as Super Secret Deck. I guess it's no longer a secret now. I think I'm going to play this in the RCQ tomorrow. The thought process being that, you know, I do think that Rhinos is probably not great against the Beans decks, and this is one of the best possible cards to play against them. So we maybe could go deeper, and you maybe could try to play some other black split cards with Grief. I don't know if that's a good idea, but you could maybe do that. Another Delver. Jesus Christ. Stop. Chill. Why does it feel like Delver has everything all the time? They kind of just do, right? It's just like what the Delver deck does. It's so fucking efficient. What's my out? Do I have outs? Can I Shadowspear Monitor equip? Get Petal, play Opal. I can, right? Oh no, I have to get Shadowspear. So if I get Shadowspear, play Opal, play Petal from the graveyard. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. Play Saga from hand. 1, 2. I do have enough mana. Okay, that's my plan then. So get Shadowspear, play Opal, play Saga, flashback Petal. Oh, I forgot about the mana floating too. It's fine, we can do it this way. Wow. Okay, well. Wait, cancel. We may have found a way out of this game, chat. Perhaps we may have found our way out of this game. I'm not going to play Kappa, right? If I play Kappa, I can't equip. And then I have to chump block with Thought Monitor. But next turn, I could just Shadowspear the Kappa. Is it worth... Yeah, honestly, I kind of want to chump block with Monitor anyways, right? Yeah, this is fine. Let's just do it this way. Well, I mean, I want to block with Monitor. It's not necessarily I want to chump block with it, but... Oh, no, I can just trade with the Delver. What am I saying? I don't know why I thought these were 3/3s. What am I saying? Yeah, just trade with the Delver. I'm stupid. It's too early. And by too early, I mean it's 2 in the afternoon. Still too early, though. I like how Stream Elements calls out the pyramids. Love to see it, Stream Elements. I didn't even know they did that. It's like a new feature. Want to go over Maro's Ixalan teaser? Not really. Self anymore. Alright, I will block. Do you think they have an answer to Kappa Cannoneer? They don't, they're basically dead. That doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can play Monitor first. But if I play Monitor and don't find a land, then I can't equip the Cannoneer. So I should probably play Petal from the graveyard in that case. I mean, if they have Heat, we're kind of fucked. They can't beat Equip. They probably play Unholy Heat in their deck. I mean, it's not guaranteed they have it, but if they have Heat this turn, then we're kind of fucked. Right? Alright, now they're dead. Now they are definitely dead. Ward? Oh, this thing has Ward? Oh, fuck, I didn't even know that. Wait, this card's cracked. I didn't know it had Ward 4. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Wow. Alright, we're learning things. That's why people are playing it. I get it now. I now understand. The more you know. I now understand why people are playing this card. It makes a lot more sense, you know? I do remember when that card was 100 tickets. I think it's like 2 now. How the mighty have fallen. Yeah, nobody's ever getting to 5 mana on Legacy. Especially these Delver decks. Alright, opponent still chugging along, playing it out. Ambitious. Truly anyone's game at this point. They get Bowmaster, man. I don't really give a shit. Okay. Wait, did they like... Oh, they must have misclicked, because they definitely have Bowmaster, right? It didn't matter. They were dead that turn. Did not matter. Alright, what are we boarding against Grixis? How do we want to sideboard against Grixis? We could bring in our own Bowmasters for theirs. Flusterstorm seems okay. Dismember is probably good against Delver. And that's it. Cut the forces. Is there ever an argument to keep in Force just for Murktide? Probably not. Shave a Bauble against Bowmaster. Bring in these 5. Kind of makes sense to me. Hydros for Meltdowns. It's a reasonable point, yeah. Would you keep in Force of Will for Meltdown as well, or no? Yeah, I guess Force hits Null Rod Meltdown. What would you cut for Forces, then? Yeah, Needle's kind of irrelevant, sure. Spellbomb good against Murktide. Shave more Baubles, maybe? Oh, actually, we probably want to shave the Monitors, right? Because they're so bad against Bowmasters. This card is horrendous against Bowmaster. Let me go shave one more Bauble, play Force. And then 4, 8, 11, 15, 16 blue cards. That's decent. This looks okay. Not a fan for Fluster. I like that Fluster fights over their forces, which I think they're going to keep in. Maybe they don't, but if they do. And then it also fights over Meltdown. This card just beats Meltdown without worrying about them having a counterspell. Can't cut Monitor because blue. I think 16's enough. I think 16 is probably good enough. Bowmasters nerf IRL. Yeah. -1 Opal, -1 Cannon, +2 Hydro. Gonna shave an Opal. I don't know if I want to cut a Kappa, though. They just can't beat this card. Also, isn't this a way to beat Null Rod? Because you can still cast this through a Null Rod if you have Island. I guess you only have one Island, or Otawara. I'm gonna keep the Kappas. I think this hand's good. It's a little strange, but we have Force to fight over their Haymaker. Yeah, it actually is. The card is called Kappa Cannoneer. We weren't just saying Kappa for funsies. I'm going to go Seat Pass, I think. We'll Seat Pass. Kind of hope they Wasteland me. I'm just, like, totally okay with this. How did Bowmasters get in this deck? It's in the sideboard. There's 2 in the board. Maybe it's right to play 4 in the board. Okay, I'm going to go for this. I'm just going to pass. Yeah, it's pretty good here. It's pretty fucking good here. They just let it go? Deal. When am I playing the Shelly Rhinos deck? At some point. At some point. Probably, I mean, I'm gonna play it, I'll probably play it like Monday or something. Let it be. Let it be. I kind of don't want to fight over this. Is that weird? That probably is weird, right? Yeah, I'll fight over this. Yeah, I was thinking about saving for Meltdown. That's probably a little bit better. Like saving for a Haymaker. I'm not going to sack the Bauble in case they have a second Bowmaster. Easy Force. It's definitely not an easy Force, because if they have Meltdown, we're dead. Like, we lose the game if they play Meltdown here. Yeah, which they have. Well, we tried. I have Wasteland too. My brother in Christ. You have Saga going? Not anymore. Unless we find some source of mana. Okay, Opal Emry is a really good follow-up. It's about as good as it's going to get, to be honest with you. You don't care about Bowie? Well, if they have to, like, cantrip to get out of the Bowmaster, then yeah, I do. Like, if their hand is 4 cantrips and they don't have a removal spell, this card just wins the game by itself, you know? But I think the Force there was just too high risk. You know what I mean? Like, there's a chance I win the game if I force that, but there's also a chance that they resolve Meltdown, and I put myself in this position. But it's very high risk, high reward. They have Murktide. It's only a 4/4. It's manageable for sure. This game is far from over. Unfortunately, I don't have a Lotus Petal. If I don't play the Otawara, the only thing I can really flashback is Bauble. So I almost wonder if it's better to just play the Otawara and play Patchwork, and then try to race the Murktide. Opal, though? I have 1 artifact. Oh, you're saying if I Bauble here? What's my plan next turn, then? The only other 0 I have is another Opal. I'm going to play the Patchwork. They also might not be able to attack. Like, we kind of win this race. Depends on what their leftovers are. Yeah, please. I hope their hand is just 3 cantrips, because if that's the case, they probably have to cast 1. This turn you can float mana, play new Opal. Nope, can't float mana. I only have 2 artifacts in play at that point, Noodle. If I draw an artifact, yes, but How am I liking Legacy? I love it. It's been a lot of fun today. I've been having a great time. This format seems a lot more. I kind of enjoy this format more than Modern right now, and I'm only like 7 or 8 matches deep, but it's been fun. Love it. Probably gonna play a little bit more. Ooh, now that's a draw step. So second Patchwork turns on Opal, but it's worse against Daze. So I could play her on Daze and just go Bauble, attack, pass. But if I Patchwork, no, you can't get back a lane with Emry. I'm gonna Bauble here actually. I'm gonna play it safe. I think it's just too likely they have Daze. Yeah, this is just so much safer. And then I'll probably Dismember on upkeep. Casting Brazen Borrower. Thoughts on whether or not they boarded in Spell Pierce? I think it's worth saving the life, and I'm not going to play around Spell Pierce. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to update the title. We're no longer putting our entire deck into play. Patchwork plus Thoughtcast equals good vibes. Do I want to sack the Bauble? Go to 9. Sacking Bauble's pretty bad if they drew Bowmaster. I think I'm going to hold it. I don't really need to sack it, right? Just going to play Patchwork attack for 5. Let's play Patchwork. Attack for 5, they go to 7. The next turn I have 4, 6, 8. Yeah, there's no reason to sack the Bauble, I think. We at least go to combat first. Because if they have Bowmaster, they're going to cast it now to, like, kill this chump block. So they don't have Bowmaster. I guess that means I probably should have Baubled on my turn, because we know for a fact they don't have Bowmaster there. Yeah, I could have Baubled on my turn. Why did we not cast Chalice for 1? I just don't think it's relevant, and I'd much rather just play an extra threat. I think that was better. It's a run of Wasteland. Wasteland's fine. I think they just drew Bowmaster. I mean, they could have drawn it that turn. This was the only turn they could have drawn it, though. Right. We can Chalice first. Gasoline. Red, blue. Lightning Bolt targeting the 3/3 Patchwork. Aren't they still dead? They're still dead, right? 2, 4, 5. No, they go to 1. Right, they go to 1. 3, 4, 5. No, they go to 2. Sorry, they go to 2. Why wouldn't they bolt Emry? I don't know. I guess they were trying to just like... Oh, no, because they had lethal, right? If they hold the bolt... No, because they would have had to cast the bolt that turn anyways, right? Yeah, that was kind of weird. We can Bauble now, though. Because we know... We know they have no cards in hand, so I can't get punished by Bowmasters here. And they're drawing a brick, so they're dead. Easy. Cool. That was fun. Petal, Opal, Bauble. It's like a really fast Kappa Cannoneer. I'm going to keep this. We'll do Gambit for the last round. Why don't I play a Beats deck for the showcase? Because I fucking hate that card. I refuse to be, like, you know, part of... I don't want to be part of the problem. Because Beans is just... I hate that card. I despise it. I don't want to be, you know, in the collective. Yeah, but I just have flashbacks to Modern Beans. I have nightmares about Modern Beans. So I don't want to, like, if I cast that card in Legacy, even if it's probably more reasonable in Legacy, I'm just going to think to all the times that I've, gotten destroyed by it in Modern. And I'm just going to have PTSD. Or perhaps Bean TSD. Oh, we're dead. This game is over. We are not winning this one. I'll tell you that much. Get the Emry back though. I mean, they're just gonna put Archon into play and kill the Emry anyways, right? We do have one Aether Spellbomb. Excuse me. Sorry about that. We have one Aether Spellbomb we could hit. Yeah, those mills were not great. Not ideal. Not the mills of somebody who's going to beat a turn 1 Gristlebrand. Yeah, I don't like playing control decks. I've never been a big fan of like the 4 or 5 color soup decks in Legacy. It's just not my playstyle. What'd they do? Unmask. Rude. Can you like not do that? Well, we played turn 1 Emry, I guess. What is the plan, Stan? Let's just like chump block with Monitor a bunch. 2, 3. Could play the Bauble from the graveyard. 4. Play a Monitor for 3. It's like the only thing I can really do. Somebody told me. Right, exactly, yeah. This deck definitely has a lot of play to it. And I tend to gravitate towards deck like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, it really... Oh, no, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can play the other Monitor. I was like, I really don't want to play this Chalice on 1, 0. I mean, double Monitor is really good. I don't know what my out is. We have double Monitor. How many Bauble should I crack? Maybe like 2? Because I have this. I want to chump block and replay with Emry, ideally. Yeah, my out is Kappa. Maybe if my out is Kappa from the graveyard, I shouldn't crack any of the Baubles. Yeah, that's actually fine, right? Let's just do this. Let's pass. I think that makes sense. Try to cast Kappa Cannoneer next turn. It's not likely to work, but it's all I got. Also one of the few tier 2 decks in Legacy with no reserve list cards. Is City of Traders not on the reserve list? Oh, this deck doesn't play City, right? It plays Ancient Tomb, not City. Never mind. I'm so used to these decks playing City in the past. Yeah, but this one does not play City. I think the deck that I've probably played the most of in Legacy is probably Mono Red Prison. Is Prison good these days? It's always been kind of an uphill battle against the Delver decks. Okay. I guess the Prison decks nowadays are just Red-White Initiative, which I have played that deck. Yeah, it's just Red-White. Animate Dead on... They have Iota main deck? That's not common. Well, now we probably don't have it out. We can draw the 1 Aether Spellbomb. I guess I probably should have bobbled myself before blocking. Yeah, but I should have done it before blocks is the problem. I'll tank this hit, I think. Yeah, we can find Otawara too. I'll tank this 1 hit. I'm going to EOT Bauble myself. We have 3 outs. There's 2 Otawaras and 1 Aether Spellbomb. Okay. The thing is, you can't really play Chalice on 0 in this deck because you just have so many zeros. And you cannot cut yourself off of all of your Baubles and mana. You only play Chalice on 0 if you're really desperate. Okay, that's a brick. What do we reveal? Revealed Animate Dead, and we have to just go all in and crack all the baubles, since we have to find one of the bounce spells this turn. Three outer? Unfortunate. I do have one more turn. So let's play Saga. Go... Oh, I should Needle first. Right? Yeah, Needle first. Needle first, then play Chalice. They didn't respond. Okay. Play Petal. Does it matter if I take 2 damage? I think it kind of matters. Yeah, I think it kind of matters. And then we can go crack the Mishra's Bauble to draw a card. -1 out. Well, we have the Spellbomb here, right? And also, they have a ton of 1s in their deck. I think it was worth doing that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was worth doing that. Got a little punished for not chump blocking last turn, because we could have got the Thought Monitor back if they exhumed. 2 Chalice here, you Chalice 2. Chalice 2 cuts off Patchwork. I guess Patchwork doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, but if I Chalice 2, I have to go to 9. Then we go block here, take 6, go to 3. I guess it's the same clock no matter what. I think now it's probably too much at this point. Yeah, I mean, that was going to be the case anyways. Right, no matter what. Even if I don't take Ancient Tomb damage, I chump block Gristlebrand, take 6, go to 5. And then, assuming they don't have Animate Dead, I still, next turn, chump block, take 6, go to 0, right? Oh, that's a good point. Now I can't loop the Spellbomb with Emry. Yeah, okay. That's a reason to not play Chalice. You're right. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's a really good reason to not play Chalice, yeah. I mean, now I just don't have any outs anyways, right? Even if I find the Otawara, like, bounce this, block here, still take lethal. My outs were pretty slim regardless. Alright. Game number 2. Okay, Faerie Macabre coming in, Force of Negation, Flusterstorm, Grafdigger's Cage. I don't think I want anything else. Maybe Haywire Mite for Animate Dead. I don't know if that's too cute. Definitely cut down a lot on a lot of the expensive stuff. Chalice still good. Shadowspear probably unnecessary. Shave a Bauble. I just cut all the Kappas because they're too slow. Kappa is really slow. Could also trim down more on Baubles. Well, I already trimmed 1 Bauble. I could trim another one. Maybe it's better to do this. Keep both Kappas. Messenger Song Redemption. Did I? When did you redeem it? Hold on. Let me see if I can find... Oh, yeah, 7 minutes ago. Got your Ropeburn. I think you must have redeemed it while I was going to the bathroom. Because that's... I think you might have. Or maybe it was during that game. Either way, I gotcha. Find it in Spotify. Alright, it is in the queue. This looks good. Let's try this. You don't think I need Needle? It's really good against Gristlebrand. But maybe if they know about Needle, they're more likely to just go for a non-Gristlebrand threat. Alright, so this is turn... I mean, this is turn 1 Patchwork Emry with Force backup, right? Like, how does it get better than this hand? Seat, Petal, Patchwork, Opal, Emry, pass. Like, I just can't imagine mulling this hand. There's no way. Yeah, they kept 7. Patchwork. Opal. Yeah, only Chalice would make it better. I mean, we do lose if they go, like, Grief, Take Forest, Dark Ritual, and Tomb Reanimate, but there's not many of our hands that beat those, right? It's really hard to beat those draws. This kind of is what it is. But you can't mull this hand just because your opponent could have that exact hand, you know? We hit the Chalice in the graveyard, too, which is massive. Force that. Are we dead? If they play Dark Ritual, I might Force of Will it. Like, if they play Ritual before a discard spell, I think I'll just force it. Question is if they lead Entomb, do we force Entomb? Sure. You got it, Chief. You can have that one. That's A-okay with me. Resolves. You can have that one. I'll let that one slide. Yeah, it's cool. They can mill over a fatty with Emry. Like, their hand is probably just all reanimates and no outlets. Thoughtcast? If I... no, I probably just Chalice, right? Yeah, I think I just Chalice. It's too greedy to not just Chalice. It's kind of cool that they have Petal plus Emry. It's kind of hilarious. I thought that was their Emry, not ours. No, they reanimated it. Yeah, that's true. It's way too greedy, I agree. It's gonna go for the safe line. We can Thoughtcast next turn, which is actually less mana, so we can go 1 mana Thoughtcast into more stuff next turn. Wear Tear on Chalice. It's like no reason to fight over this, right? Because we have Force. We can just recast the Chalice. But I could. It's kind of appealing to Force here, because then I get to go 1 mana Thoughtcast and have more mana up after that. So this line's kind of awkward. If they reanimate Grief now is the issue. Okay, they're just not doing that. Because if they reanimate Grief, is it even that bad? They take one of my forces, then I just say, okay, that's fine. Untap, replay Chalice, attack for 4, have another force and a blue card still. Yeah, it's honestly probably still fine if that happens. Even if they reanimate Grief, I still don't think I care that much. Because I have double force. If I only had 1 force, then it's a different story. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Well, they don't have a fatty in the graveyard. Right. So, like, they can't really set up Exhume here. Well, they can't. I guess they could Exhume Grief. But now we get to cast Thoughtcast, which is nice. Do it pre-combat because we could draw more zeros. Sure, I'll play that. Attack for 5. Go to 8. Don't quite have lethal next turn. They have another Wear Tear. If they Wear Tear Fuse, I probably just let it resolve again, because they're gonna go after Chalice Saga. I'm just gonna save the Force. Yeah, they play Serenity in their deck. Sure. I don't know if they have Serenity in hand, but it is in their deck somewhere. That's also another reason to not Force of Will the Wear Tear, because then they just get to resolve Serenity the next turn. It's a pretty good reason to not do that. Yeah, unfortunately, opponent, that is still a 1 mana spell. Even though you spent 3 mana on it. that one still costs 1 mana. I realized that Twitch has queued ads for each resolution last time. When my internet drops, made it change the reso, but autoplay another ad. Maybe that's why people get so many ads. Maybe. So if you have, like, resolution set to auto, then every time it changes the resolution, it shows more ads. Perhaps. I mean, again, you know, I really haven't changed the amount of ads I've been running for, you know, the better part of a month now, and people still seem to say they keep getting more ads. I apologize. Again, there's, you know, I do at the end of the day, this is essentially my full-time gig. I do have to make a little bit of money doing it, and if I didn't run the ads, I would not be able to continue to make content. So I appreciate your patience with the ads. You know, I do apologize, but yeah. If you would not like to watch the ads, you can subscribe for free to the channel. Twitch Prime, or also Twitch Turbo. A lot of people don't know this, but I still get kickback on Twitch Turbo. And if you watch as much Twitch as I do, it's a really good deal. Turbo's great. Turbo is a service. I believe it costs, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like $7.99 a month. And across all of Twitch, you don't get ads. I think. Is it 10 a month? Okay, 10 a month. I do. I get money of Turbo viewers. I don't know what the percentage is, but I do get a very, it's kind of small, but I do get a little bit of kickback from the Turbo viewers. Oh, did they up it again? Twitch did a thing where the ad schedule uses AI to automatically change itself. They enabled that by default. Might want to look into that. Well, I looked at my ad schedule and it's still the same. Nothing's changed. Well, I get more of a kickback from subs, for sure. I don't get a lot from Turbo, but I do get a little bit. Daedric, thank you so much for the 3-month resub. Thank you for that Prime. Subs are definitely the best way to support. Grief, Pitch, Unmask. Okay. We can't get reanimated this turn, though, because they only have 2 cards. They need Ritual plus and 2 reanimate. Because they can get back Grief. Like, they can take Macabre, reanimate Grief, take Chalice. But then we just go Tomb, Patchwork, double Artifacts. And I think we win that race pretty easily. Plus we have Otawara to bounce the Grief. Just getting into Legacy, burned out from Modern Bean meta. Why is this deck called Stompy? Apparently, people in Legacy have decided that any deck that contains Ancient Tomb and Chalice the Void should be declared Stompy. I think that's what it is. I think that's the case. Yeah, like I said, Ancient Tomb Chalice. Alright, well, I'm going to cast this card. And I'm going to really, really hope you don't have Serenity, because I'm not beating that card. Prage, no Serenity. Probably should have played the Opal. Nah, I don't know. I'm not beating Serenity anyways. That's not white mana. We don't know that for a fact. Ideally, I'd like to not play the Otawara if at all possible. Save it for a fatty. Should I play out this Opal, though? Yeah, I think the damage matters. They could have both. I've seen lists with both. Lars514, thank you so much for the 19-month resub. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. Subscribing, it's just that easy. Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you, Lars. Is this hand good? This might not be a turn 1 Patchwork hand, right? This might be a turn 1 Spire, Petal, Bauble, Emry. I'm going to keep it, but I don't know how I should play it. Because I could go Spire, Petal, Patchwork, Bauble, or I could go Spire, Petal, Bauble, Emry, and then Patchwork on 2. I think it's better to play Emry first. I know it's a snap keep, but like I kept. I'm just debating on how to play it. I understand it's a keep. Yeah, I think we just play Emry on 1. This probably gets forced. Not get forced. So now I'm in this spot where I didn't hit anything off of the Emry, so I should Bauble here. Like, I know I want to keep an artifact for a Thoughtcast, but because I didn't hit anything off the Emry, I'm going to have to sack it next turn regardless. So I might as well just do it now, try to find Force of Will. Although, not that I probably wouldn't want to fight over Plow anyways. Like, if they go Tundra Plow, I don't think I'd Force if I drew it. Not what I expected. Do the Grixis decks play Basic, Island, and Sanctuary? Is that normal? I've just never seen it. No, they don't. That's what I thought. Okay, so this is a little bit different. Okay, let's play Saga. So we can go Patchwork off of this, Petal, Bauble from the grave, play Thoughtcast. Seems fine to me. Yeah, but I'm just confused as to why the Grixis deck would have basic island and Sanctuary, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Because playing both is kind of greedy, it seems. Yeah, it could be non-Grixis. Could just be, like, 2-color Delver. Just going off here. Yeah, it could be blue-black. God, this deck is so gross. I think I want to crack all the baubles now to not get Bowmastered. Lorien on top. Okay, so they're going to get to flip Delver, but I do have a 6/6, so that's good. Pretty good turn, too. Make a 6/6, draw 3 cards. Or draw... I drew 7 cards that turn, right? 2 Thoughtcast plus 3 baubles. Not bad. It could be Mono Blue Delver. That would be very, very odd, though. But it could be. Is there a Spotify for the music? Exclamation point playlist. There is a playlist link. It could be like Stifle Dreadnought Delver. That'd be kind of weird. Okay, second Delver. Were you not playing a land? I mean, I know they have Sanctuary. Correct Tarn. Probably bolt the Emry. Since Pending is gone in Modern, can I bust out Pyromancer Ascension again? No, because it just gets bindinged. Like, the Beans deck's just, you know, binding it and draw 2 cards, and it's still just as bad for you. Okay, now what? Did we have a second a second Patchwork? No second Patchwork. 1, 2. So let's start with Bauble. Yeah, let's go Bauble into Thoughtcast. I guess this is weird because... Oh, no, I can Ancient Tomb first, right? I can make a token and then Thoughtcast for 1. Yeah, this is fine. Yo! Spell Skittles has got 5 on it with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very, very much for the 5 gifted. Chat, if you didn't get one, dodged in the chat. Perfect. Gruel Prowess, donation deck. Thank you, Spell Skittles. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much. I will throw your name in the queue. We had 3 donor decks redeemed today. It's a lot. I think we're on... We might actually be on 11-9 now. Let me check the pin messages real quick. I think we might... I'm going to try and do 4 a week, though, so... If I move... Yeah, so these ones we did yesterday. I can delete those. So if I do 4, if we take these 3... Move them up. This, we move up here. 10, 26. So you would be on 11 too, because I'm going to try and keep doing 4 a week. Spell Skittles. Got you. Got you, Spell Skittles. Thanks again, buddy. All right, Dono Q updated. Good to go. Okay, so what are we doing here? Don't want to take a damage. No, let's just do this. I need to do it the other way. I don't want to take a point of damage if I can avoid it. Chalice on 0, anyone? No, there's no way, right? I'm going to keep the Baubles in play just to make the construct bigger. I don't really think I need to draw more cards this game. Like, I have a 2-turn clock anyways. So I think this is okay. Yeah, I was going to say, they might just want to chump block here. Because if they recognize that I'm going to get Shadowspear, they know they can't chump block next turn. But I don't really know how they beat the Shadowspear. Might want to play around Heat. Well, I can't play around Heat if they have Delirium, but I can play around Bolt without sacrificing a construct, right? If I don't sack a Bauble, this doesn't get bolted. But they can't Heat the Patchwork no matter what. They have to have a 1-mana bounce spell, which I don't really know if they even have one. Like, I don't know what their out is to this. Oh, sure. I see what you're saying. Sleep, Cursed, Fairy. Change up the list a bit. Super fun. Yeah, Grow Prowess is dope. I really like Questing Druid. That card is sick. And draw a card. I'm not gonna make a second token. When the spear is also a shadow. Alright, not really sure how you're meant to get out of this. I'll play Chalice first. Are we done? No, we're playing it out. Alright. Noted. Incoming Cast into Fire. Well, they can't Cast into Fire the Automaton. And to be honest with you, even if they kill the Chalice, even if they kill the Shadowspear, I just don't care. Like, if they kill Shadowspear, they're still just dead this turn, right? I have 19. So even if they answer the Shadowspear, they're still just toast. Petty thefts. Yeah, but again, they can't petty theft the Patchwork that turn because it has ward. So they'd have to like petty theft the token and let me gain 12, and then they still can't win if I gain 12, right? So this is kind of the issue that I keep having in the post-board games against these decks, is like, how many answers do I want to Meltdown? Because keeping Enforce a Will is generically pretty bad, and I'm not a huge fan of it, but you need some number of it just for Meltdown. Yeah, but I don't think I want more than 4, you know? Like, I have Negation I could bring in too, but I think I just want the 4 Force of Wills. Yeah, but I don't want to, like, it's just so many forces. They don't have that many Meltdowns. Like, 2, right? My wishes have come true, but not in the way I wanted them to. What's up, Ruben? I'm engaging my legacy arc. What was I cutting before? So I think the last time I played this matchup, I want to say I brought in the Flusterstorm, the Dismembers, the Bowmasters. I want to say I brought in these 5. I don't know if that's right though. Yeah, I mean, that's the theory, but it's the thing is, Ride or Die is when they have a card like Meltdown that you cannot beat if it resolves. Like, you need something to answer that. That's the issue. I've been having a blast today, Ruben. We don't need Needle. We can shave Kappa, because it's just kind of expensive. Why not Blast then? Because it's just too narrow. Like, Fluster is way better. Do I even want the Bowmasters? Maybe I don't. Could trim an Emry. I cut Thought Monitor before, but it looks like they're just blue-red, so I'm not going to cut these because they don't have Bowmaster. I think we'll just do this. I don't know. I'll play 1 Bowmaster. Surely that's not right, but I ran out of time. Oh, agreed 100%, Ruben. Sequencing matters a ton in this format. Yeah, we can't cut a ton of blue cards. Bring in more counter magic against Meltdown. Yeah, but like, if it's stuff like Spell Pierce and Fluster, but you just can't have that many 2-for-1s in your deck against Delver. They're just so good at trading cards, you know? I mean, I guess we can put back Bowmaster and just go, like, turn 1 Emry with Force backup. It's not great. Right, but what I'm saying is that Hydroblast does not counter, like, basically anything else in their deck. That's why I don't want Hydroblast. Okay, land's good. Do we Chalice first? I guess if we Chalice first, then we get dazed. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll buy that. If they force, I think I fight. Okay, they didn't force. Hit an Opal, which is really, really huge. Opal's so good here. I'm going to keep the Bauble in play for a turn. I think. Yeah, I am going to keep the Bauble in play for a turn, I think. Because if they Wasteland my Otawara, I need the third artifact for Mox. Right? Because then I have one less mana source. And then I can go Emry back Mox, play Mox, use Mox Petal to play Chalice. Yeah, so I'm not going to crack the Bauble here. Okay, so worth noting, their top card was not a spell, and then their second card down was also not a spell. So 2 of their 6 cards are not Force of Will. Keep that in mind. That is totally fine. So this was likely one of them. These could have been their 2 cards. That's a fucking big draw, too. So now we Emry back Opal, play Chalice with Fluster up. Wow, that's an insane draw. Do I care? No, that's fine. It is kind of nice to, like, not, like, try to get their Delver not to flip. Soto9987, thank you for the 24-month resub. 2 years of beans. 2 full years of beans. Appreciate that, Soto. Thank you so much for the resub. You're counting the Brainstorm. It's just plays worse into Daze, right? If they have Daze in hand, then I fluster the Brainstorm. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because I still have Force. Now we just Thoughtcast, right? Although that also plays in the Daze. I'm just gonna pass. I don't know. I hate getting dazed. I really hate getting dazed. They didn't flip. Well, that's unfortunate for them. They brainstormed that didn't have a spell to put back with Delver. I mean, this one's Jover, right? Yeah, this game is Jover. You can fluster with Chalice, yeah. The fluster only counters the original. The Chalice only counters the original copy. What is their hand? I don't know. Do I care? I don't think I care about that. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think it does anything. Alright, take one. Alright, let's lock gas first. You drew the basic island. What of, by the way? Your hand is Daze land. No, if they had Daze, they would have put it back with Delver, right? So we know for a fact they don't have Daze. There's just no way they have Daze. I'm gonna check their top card. It's a Bauble. Okay, well, let's draw some cards. I'll save the Petal just in case we find Patchwork next turn. Not a lot of reason to cast it here. Thoughtcast is good. Second Emry. No, I want to keep the Emry in hand to pitch to Force. Because now I can go Fluster, then Force pitch Emry. We're going to lose if we don't start doing something. We'll eventually find a threat. We get time. I guess they have the Sleep Curse Fairy that's about to untap, so that is something to consider. But I'm not too worried about it. Once we find a Thought Monitor, but they can't ever attack with Delver again, since we just trade for it. And then if they attack with Sleep Curse, we can just chump with Monitor, recast with Emry. Like, they are just so fucked. We can't Spellbomb because we have Chalice in play. Yeah, they could have 1-drops in hand, too. Let's Spellbomb and Paper. True. Okay, well, now this game's over. It was kind of already over. Could I have played Kappa instead? Whatever, I don't care. I'm just casting spells. Play this. I think I can now play Kappa, right? I mean, the only way I can lose this game is exactly Meltdown, right? So do I have to go shields down on... Oh, no, I don't. We can just go... Play Kappa... No, I can float blue. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So play Kappa, then play Opal. Hold up Fluster Force. This is fine. Okay, maybe it's not that fun. Whatever. You can have it. That's fine. I won't pay. God dazed. I could have played the Opal first, but I got greedy and wanted the counter on the wanted the counter on the Kappa. It doesn't matter. I can't lose this game. It's very, very irrelevant. Does Fluster go through Chalice? Yeah, it does. Well, okay. It does, but the Chalice counters the first original. But you still get all the copies. How? It's turn 5, by the way. How is this possible? He called, can't lose. I guarantee you I cannot lose this game. It's over. They've been dead for a couple turns. Spell Skittles with another gifted sub. Thank you so much for the gifty Spell Skittles. Greatly appreciate that. Someone clip it for when he loses. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Deck for prowess. I'll take a look in a sec. I got you. After this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I need to make you play Didgery Doomsday? What the fuck is Didgery Doomsday? I don't know if I want to know what that is. Alright, we can go next. Minotaur Doomsday? Why are there didgeridoos in your Doomsday deck? I don't know if I want you to answer that question, actually, now that I think about it. No good reason, okay. Now, at least we're on the same page. Still haven't flipped, by the way. I'm so confident that I will pay out the believers right now. Look at that. Already paid out the believers. That's like advanced BM. Streaming BM. Okay, guess this. Big channel point scandal. Yeah. Go. Believers rejoice. You'll love to see it. Petty thefts. I'm going to make you pay the 2. Do you pay the 2 is the question. Do you pay the 2? Alright. Counter your petty thefts. Shouldn't have 6 in case they have Force. Oh, it doesn't matter if they have Force, yeah. Of course Samantha would ask for a list. Minotaur Doomsday. Didgery Doomsday does have a nice ring to it. Does have a particular hue to it, you know? It's the vibe. That's the turn they drew the spell, you know? They couldn't flip Delver for the first 6 turns, but I guarantee you that turn they definitely drew a spell. Like, 100%. Ooh. That one's good, right? How much is that? These had to have gone up since the bean scandal, right? Ooh, 30 tickets? Let's go. The most solid of dudes. Alright, deck tech for Skittles. Let's pull up this Gruul Prowess deck. It's 3:30. I actually think I kind of have to bounce now, but I'll do a deck tech real quick. I need to leave early today because I'm out of juice, so I have to go buy some vape juice before I head to the store. Oh, quick outro on this deck for the YouTubes. Deck's good. I might actually consider playing this in the showcase this weekend. Very, very impressive. I don't know that there's a lot I would want to change. I think the sideboard could maybe... Like, these Bowmasters are so weird in the sideboard. I might cut those. Maybe, like, 2nd Flusterstorm, 2nd Recall for the Mirror. Perhaps 4th Force of Negation. Main deck felt pretty good. Don't think there's anything I'd change in the main. Yeah, good deck. Love it. That's all I got. Good deck. What's up, Sep? One thing is Beans is actually fun and like.